Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we're talking about the League of Legends offseason once again. We have some really big news to talk about today. Obviously you can see we're on Jacob Wolf's Twitter. So you know it's a wolf bomb. You know it's something big. You know it's something exciting. It is the latest, greatest news, rumors, and speculation going on in the professional League of Legends scene right now. More specifically today we're talking about the LEC because Misfits has a new support. But before we get into that, I just want to mention real quick, we have a $25 RP giveaway going on right now. It's going to be taking place on Thanksgiving Day, because it's my way of giving thanks back to you guys. The channel's been putting up insane numbers lately. Views, subscribers, interaction, just positive feedback, comments, all that great stuff. You guys have been really enjoying everything going on, and I've been enjoying it as well. We've been putting up crazy numbers, so I want to give back to you guys. Say thank you to all of you, but specifically a special lucky one of you that's going to get $25 worth of RP. Hopefully make your Thanksgiving Day extra special. With that being said, here we go. Jacob Wolf tweeted out a couple hours ago, sources, Misfits are finalizing a buyout agreement with Rogue for Vander, which is expected to be completed next week. In 2020, Vander had a stellar year on Rogue, becoming one of the top LEC supports. Rogue, though, promoted Trymbi a few weeks ago. So, obviously, Trymbi comes from Rogue AGO. They were a very good ERL team. A lot of the players got picked up by different LEC teams. A lot of, I don't know if they're all finalized yet. I know there's a lot of rumors that a lot of them are getting picked up or have already gotten picked up. I can't exactly remember, but I know there's a very hyped up ERL team. They're Rogue's, academy team or secondary team, whatever you want to call it. And they, took Trymbi from that as support and promoted him up. And a lot of people are wondering if that's a good move, because obviously Vander had a very good year last year. As Jacob Wolf says, he was considered one of the top LEC supports. I think most people would put Mickey X and Hylissang kind of in a league of their own, but after that, Vander was a lot of people's third option, and we know about Mickey XD, we know about Hylissang getting a little inty every once in a while. We've seen him go 0-8, 0-9 on Nautilus before. We've seen him have some crazy games. So some days, some games, some weeks, Vander was the best support in the LEC. So obviously, seeing him go has a lot of Rogue fans worried, but the Rogue management, the Rogue team seems very hyped up about Trymbi. Obviously, if they're bringing him up to replace Vander, to sell him off to another team, they must be pretty confident in him, because Rogue had a very good year last year, finished third place in the LEC, got the 3 seed for Worlds. They weren't able to have that good of a Worlds. They did okay at Worlds. They showed some flashes, but they had some clear weaknesses and stuff. It didn't exactly go how Rogue fans would have wanted, but they have a lot of momentum going into the new year. They got Odoamna in the top lane now, replacing Finn. That's a pretty big upgrade. They're really hyped about the new year. So it's not like they're in rebuilding mode. It's not like they're just bringing up young talent to try them out. They're trying to win now. So they believe in Trymbi. So hopefully fans do too. We'll see how that all works out. But as far as Misfits, they're picking up Vander. They're pairing up Vander with Kobbe in the bot lane. And that is going to be a very scary bot lane. And that's going to be a duo that the Misfits team can really build around and start climbing back up the ranks in the LEC. That is something that Misfit fans should be very excited about. It's going to be cool to see how those two guys work together. Kobbe is one of the most solid and best AD carries in the LEC. Vander's one of the most solid and best supports in the LEC. They're going to be a very formidable bot lane. Now, obviously, Fnatic's bot lane of Reckless and Hylissang, they're probably going to be the uncontested #1 bot lane in the LEC, especially for years to come if they stick together. G2, we don't know who their AD carry is going to be, so there is some openings for maybe Misfits having a top 2-3 bot lane in the LEC. And if you have a whole bot side of the map that is that solid and that good, that is going to be great for your team. So I think in a lot of ways this does make sense for both teams. I know that Misfits fans are going to be very excited about picking up Vander. He was one of the best support players, one of the best free agents available in the LEC. And Rogue fans are going to be a little bit worried, but I think you should be excited about Trymbi. Also, they're selling off Vander, so they're going to be getting some money. And right now, all across the esports scene, we know teams are really strapped for cash. We see insane buyouts all over the place. We see teams selling off their good players all over the place because it is a business and they do need to make money. So if they think Trymbi and Vander are on similar levels, even if they think Vander is a little bit better than Trymbi, but they can get a couple $100,000 from Misfits for selling off Vander, a lot of teams that makes sense for them because they need this to be a sustainable business model in the long run. Building up young talent to the point that they get good and then selling them off when you have new young talent in place ready to go is just how esports is going to go for the foreseeable future, because that's just how it has to be. So hopefully Rogue can continue to develop that talent, and they have their support of the future in Trymbi. Again, LEC and Europe, and just Europe all over, has been very, very good about developing young talent. We've seen a lot of young new faces coming into LEC and kind of doing really, really well from day one, having a ton of success. So again, this is a very, very interesting move. But if you're a Misfits fan, you have to be so excited. Obviously, I saw a lot of Kobbe last year in North America on TSM. We're rocking the TSM jersey today. And Kobbe is so solid. He is super fun to watch. He has some absolutely insane mechanics. In TSM, some games, some days, and some team fights, he absolutely popped off and just carried them in North America. I know fans kind of had mixed feelings about him, but I know that European fans really love him. And again, being able to see him with a top tier support, that's going to be scary. They're going to be a very solid team. But yeah, this is the latest, greatest news from the LEC. Vander, we finally know where he's going. He is going from Rogue to Misfits. There had been a ton of rumors and speculation about Vander, but this seems pretty official. Again, Jacob Wolf is one of the most reliable sources in all of esports. If he's tweeting it out, it must be pretty close to a done deal. But we're still 5 days away from the official free agency date starting, so I guess, we won't know for sure until then. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about this move? Are you worried for Rogue? Do you think they're dumb for selling Vander? Or are you excited for Trymbi to be in the starting lineup? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on this whole situation. Also, what do you think about the Misfits bot lane? Do you think they're going to be top 2, 3, 4, whatever in the LEC? I'd love to hear it. Subscribe to update on the latest content. Check me out over at twitch.tv/I_am_germ. $25 RP giveaway is going to be the first link in the description below. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.